Thank you for joining. This is Chris from Embodying Light. Hopefully, everyone had a beautiful, beautiful holiday. So, a welcome, Capricorns, and happy birthday. Of course, since this is your birthday month, I am doing your reading first. So, thank you so much for the support on the first month of me doing readings. This is month two. So, I tried a few different methods, some of them just tying in audio recordings with visual images of the cards, and then some of the videos for the signs actually doing um, the reading where you can see everything visually how you see it now. And I kind of like this method better. It's easier and it's a more cohesive process. So as I am learning and I'm moving in this process, the videos will get better. So of course, bear with me. So I've already pulled some of your cards for the reading. This month I was called to work with Psychic Tarot for the Heart by John Holland. I'm also going to be working with the Butterfly Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue, as well as Healing with the Fairies by Doreen Virtue. So I've already pulled some of the cards, and I'm going to open up your reading at this time. And I'm going to tune in. All right, Capricorn. So let's see what's going on for you in the month with the energies. So, and the first thing that calls out to me is clarity of belief here. So, what I feel is there are a lot of things that you guys are going to be questioning this month, and this can vary for a lot of people. I feel like there are a lot of long withstanding, it could be religious, excuse me, or spiritual beliefs. Um, this could be certain causes that you've been supporting. It could be political groups. Um, it could even be your life path being maybe you're working at a specific job that isn't fulfilling to you, and you did it because it's something you thought that you believed in, and you're starting to awaken to the fact that all of these various things don't resonate with you. They're not in alignment with your heart. And as you can see in the depiction here, this person's connecting with their heart and they're trying to figure out inside of themselves what is resonating, what they truly connect with, and what they don't connect with, because there's a change here on the horizon. And you see that depicted by that butterfly here, this change, and the butterfly is green. This is a resonance where we're starting to recognize that decisions have to be made based upon a pulse or the energetic resonance that comes from our heart space. So really beautiful energy here. And I feel drawn to the next card, and I'm not going in any particular order. I'm just moving in alignment with what I feel drawn to, but is love abounds. So I feel like the more that you begin to recognize the things that are not in alignment with your heart, and you start to clear those energies out and you start to move those things and you tune in more to what your heart is guiding you to do. This could be taking on a new career. This could be exploring new belief systems. Maybe you were raised in, a Christian-based family, but you've always resonated with Buddhism and its principles, and you feel guided to take that path, but maybe you've always been afraid based upon like maybe what your family thinks or what other people would think. This is the time where you begin to explore these things and do what resonates with you, not what family tells you to do, not what friends tell you to do, not what coworkers tell you to do. It's what your heart tells you that you should do and what you feel guided to. And once you follow this pulse, once you connect deeply within your heart and you move from that space, there's an awakening that happens. And I feel like this is what this card represents. There is an awakening that happens within your heart, and you begin to see things differently, not only your life, but I feel like you begin to see the world differently. So, this is beautiful energy here. Very, very new energy coming in for Capricorns to work with. And I just feel like this is something that you're trying to balance out. I don't feel like it's necessarily an easy energy to work with because it's a change. This change feels like there's a lot of systems and there's a lot of structures that you've had in your life that you've, functioned in that patterning for a long time, and making these specific changes that you're making is a major shift. It's going to change the way that you feel. It's going to change the way that the world looks on the outside to you. And I feel a little bit for Capricorns, there's a little bit of fear almost, because it's like, okay, by me making all these changes, like, what is my world going to look like now? What is my life going to look like now? So I feel like for some Capricorns, they are very tuned into the fact that they need to make these changes, or that a shift is happening in their lives, but they're kind of at a tug of war almost, because there is this fear of not knowing what's on the other side of these changes. And, this may make you feel a little imbalanced. And that's what I feel here in this energy. Like, you feel kind of imbalanced. You don't know which way to go. But what this energy is serving to do is to put you more in alignment with yourself. That's what these changes are for. So you can be more in alignment with yourself. And I'm feeling this energy here because I feel like the more that you begin to tune into this energy, and the more that you begin to align with yourself, the more that you begin to connect with deeper energies, a deeper resonance, a divine resonance. So I feel like I'm really feeling like for a lot of Capricorns, this change and this shift is guiding you to connect within yourself and connect with the source energy, divine energy, God, like whatever it is that you resonate with. This is a deeper connection within. And I'm really feeling, as I feel with a lot of readings, I feel really tuned into divine masculine and divine feminine energies. And I feel like for Capricorns, this is exactly the energy that you're trying to align to and balance out within yourself. So I feel like this is a lot of spiritual messages coming in from you. I feel like they're coming in, speaking to you through your heart so that you can find this balance and alignment within yourself. And I feel like a lot of Capricorns are also tuning into more deeply the resonance and the energies that are going on a planetary level. I feel a lot of Capricorns maybe tuning more into activism, and in the sense that it's kind of working in energies that help to heal our planet. This could be maybe for some, like the career change is some type of environmentalist path. Maybe something you decide to pick up as a hobby or a side project is maybe, getting into recycling, or, any type of like solar or energy preservation type work. Just taking, I feel like just worrying about what's going on our planet and taking better care of not only just yourself, but also maybe teaching others these methods of how to care and love our planet more. So if you're a Capricorn, I'm really feeling that strongly. For some Capricorns, if you've been feeling really guided to work in environmentalism, finding different methods and modalities to help create more preservation on the planet, this is your message to really connect with that energy. So I feel, again, I still feel like an energy of like tug of war in this process because, when we're kind of questioning our belief systems, when we're questioning all of the structures that like we've had for so long, when they abruptly change or we feel a call for those energies to change, it could be, I don't want to use the word traumatic, but it can shake things up a little bit because again, you don't know what things are going to look like. So I feel like this tug of war isn't so much with the outside world as it is with yourself. And that's why I feel like this energy comes in, choosing your battles because um, I feel like you have to almost like preserve your energy for what's really worth it. Um, so if there's things going on in your life, you need to kind of make an assessment or prioritize what's important for you, what's at the top of the list. And I feel like you have to do that by really connecting deeply to your heart. Like, what needs the most attention in your life? Is it you? Because it has to start with you. Like when you start to make the shifts and changes that you need to connect more deeply to your authenticity and your true self, then everything in your world, in your universe, and the sphere around you begins to change, and you can have a tremendous impact on what's going on the planet. And that's how I'm feeling, like very planetary energy here. Like I feel like a lot of Capricorns have such an impact and such a gift when it comes to preservation of our planet that's kind of being awakened and that you need to kind of tap into here. Um, but I feel like there's going to be some internal struggles, both within yourself and outside of yourself. So you need to really determine what is important for you to tackle. If you need to, spend time healing or meditating or connecting with yourself or focused on making the changes that you need to, then, that's what you need to focus on. Everything else can wait. You have to kind of put that to the back burner on the list and deal with what's really important. So I feel like that's why choosing your battles are coming up, because it's a major change. I feel like for a lot of Capricorns, this is a major change. And I'm thinking about the reading last month where it's kind of like, by understanding your own energy and how it's affecting the things around you and how it's affecting what is currently in your life, when you begin to tune into that, when you begin to tune into your heart and you allow that to move you and allow that to carry you through life, then everything starts to shift. So I feel like I can see how this is kind of extending here, where this energy is getting Capricorns to tune in more deeply to their hearts. But again, I feel like there's going to be an ego war here. This could also be some external struggles with people in your life. So I feel like this could be some Capricorns determining that their jobs no longer serve them, their relationships no longer serve them, and because they're expressing that, or you guys are expressing that, or you're standing up for yourself, you're coming up against struggles with outside people as well, because you're deciding to make decisions that are best for yourself. But it's important to remember, even though these energies may be challenging you, the most important relationship that you have to take care of is the one inside of yourself and your own heart. And I feel like that's what Capricorns have to focus on. Still focusing on, I still feel that focusing on understanding your own energy and how your energy that you're carrying, your thoughts, your belief systems are creating your world. They're creating your reality. And when you begin to understand how it's creating your world, how it's creating the reality around you, then you begin to make these shifts. And as you make these shifts, it's like everything around you begins to change. And I feel like you begin to embrace life more. Um, but I do feel like just in my body, I feel a lot of tension. I feel like there's a lot of tension building up, like pressure for Capricorns. And know that if you feel like your back's against the wall, it's because this energy is trying to shift you to change, and move into a new space. We're all growing. It doesn't matter what our signs are. We are all growing. We're all leveling up in spiritual maturity, and you're no exception in that. So know that anything that's challenged you, any pressure, any stress that you're feeling in any area, it's because there is something that needs to change there. There's something that needs to shift. And I really feel a lot of energy where it's like you Capricorns are focused on kind of like blaming other people outside of yourself for what's going on in your life. But I feel like here again, this comes back to taking personal responsibility for your own energy. When you begin to do that, you start looking at what's going on the outside, you know, whether it's other people or not. You start to look at, why are these people in my life? What is their energy trying to teach me about my own energy? When we start questioning things in that way, that's when we begin to take personal responsibility. You know, the answers that we need, the things that we need to learn about ourselves and understand about ourselves that may have been hidden before, become kind of awakened. They kind of open up so that we can heal those aspects of ourselves, and we can make the change that's necessary so we can grow. And so I feel like, again, with that tension, I feel like just breathe, because I feel like there's a lot of changes energetically that are going on for you guys, and it can be very overwhelming. I feel like it takes a lot of courage to make these changes and to make these shifts, and really move into the space that you're being called to. And no, I'm getting a message for you guys. Like, your higher self is really working with you. Your guides are really working with you. So, if you ever feel just like really, again, like your back is up against the wall, if you feel confused, if you feel stressed, take a moment to just breathe. Just breathe and just release all that energy, and really tap in and connect with yourself. Connect to the highest aspects of yourself and ask, what is it that you're trying to show me? What is it that you're trying to teach me about myself? Because as you can see in this card, this woman, by breathing, she's centering herself. She's grounding herself. Fours are about foundations and the structures that we build. So this can also mean that, you guys need to, cultivate a practice that allows you to really center yourself and ground yourself. This can be prayer. This can be meditation. This could be, taking walks. This could be being outside in nature, anything you can do where you can kind of dial all that energy down and you connect deeply within yourself. You'll be able to start to get the answers that you need, because they're available for you. It's just that you need to tap into them. And when there's a lot of chaotic energy and stress and aggression and anger that's surrounding our circumstances, we can't hear the messages. And and we can't connect with our guides and our higher self that are trying to support us in this process and the growth that we're going through. And this is just about letting what is coming in flow. So I feel, again, there's restriction. I feel that just even with the tension and in my body, there's a lot of restriction. So I feel like there's a lot of opposition for you guys, and I feel like this opposition is yourself. To some extent, it is external opposition, but the major component of this opposition is you fighting this change, you fighting this transformation, this transition that you're being guided to. So this could be the need to let go. I'm really feeling this energy of letting go, because when there's things that are meant to leave our lives so that divine can bring in new energies and new codes, and so we can heal, if we hold on to things that are trying to be moved aside so these blessings can come in, we create our own suffering. So I feel like for Capricorns, a lot of the stress and pressure that you're feeling is self-created, because I feel like for Capricorns, you've kind of felt for a long time you need to really dial it down and really connect deeply with the self, because there's changes and shifts that you needed to make. But I feel like the opposition has come from yourself, and you just not making the changes, you not taking responsibility again for yourself, taking responsibility for your energy, and understand like this is what is creating the conditions and circumstances in your life. But if you surrender, because this reminds me of surrendering, surrendering to your heart and allowing things to flow. And think about a stream of water. It flows. and it moves where it moves, you know? So if it's moving stuff away, if it's cleansing stuff out of your life, you just let it flow. And behind that, what's moving, the stream that's moving in front of you, that's moving stuff out of your life, behind that, there's this beautiful stream of new energies that are coming in that want to come in your way. But if, because this came up in reverse, if you're blocking this energy, change can't happen. You know, nothing new can come in. So I feel like this is, again, you guys really needing to dial it down and really connect within yourself. Really look at what is challenging you in your life, and start to ask ask the question so you can get the answer, so you can understand more deeply why you've kind of come to this culmination point where you're being asked to change and transform. Because rest assured that regardless of whatever things look like on the outside, this change and shift is happening because it's trying to bring something even more beautiful than you've ever imagined into your life. But you can never see that, and you'll never get it, and you'll never understand it if you don't clear out and if you don't let go of what no longer serves you. But I feel like, in doing this work, doing this hard work and dedicating yourself to this process, there is a reward that's happening here. And as you can see, this guy, it's like he's standing on top of this platform. It's like what I'm seeing is a trophy, and what I feel like, I really feel is like you're your own trophy. You're your own reward. This change, this almost like self mastery, this growth. I feel like this is growth for a lot of you guys. You're going to achieve so much success, and it's going to bring so many new things into your life, but you have to do the work. You can't continue to avoid this anymore. The more that you avoid, the more you're going to continue to experience the kind of energies that you're currently carrying. So I'm going to pull a card from, and if any other cards come up, then I kind of read based upon whatever comes up. But I'm going to pull a card from I believe this is the Butterfly Oracle, and see what life changes are going on for Capricorns in the month of January 2018. Changes going on that. All right. So let me find the card that kind of jumped over my hand into the floor. All right. Self-care. Self-care. So, I feel like that's a little bit what I was saying, where it's like this energy isn't so much about things outside of yourself as much as it is the need for you to connect deeply within yourself and make the changes and embrace the shifts that are coming in, allowing what needs to go, and what new is coming in, allow that to come in too. The surrender energy, this is taking care of yourself. Self-care is part of taking care of your own energy. So if you're not getting enough rest, if you feel burned out, if you feel confused, you have to kind of trust your own instincts of how you need to best take care of yourself. This could be, getting more rest. This could be going and getting an energy healing session. This could be, if you're really struggling with these changes and shifts, if you need to talk to someone, whether it's a therapist or a spirit coach, whatever it is that resonates with you, now is a really good time to do this, because the energies support you in this process of taking care of yourself so that you can grow. And I'm going to pull one more card for you guys. It's for from Healing with the Fairies. So let's see what comes up for you guys in terms of the resonance here of healing. Healing messages for Capricorns. Healing messages for Capricorns. Whoops. All right. Laughter. Laughter is the best medicine. Laughter is healing. So I feel like throughout this process, because I feel very challenging energy here, but this is kind of it's very internal. I feel like this is you guys going inside and really connecting and tapping into what is important to you and allowing your heart to guide you. And because you've been on this process of kind of letting your head guide you, or your emotions guide you, or your situations or circumstances or relationships, etc., guide you, you haven't really been taking care of and honoring your own heart and your own process. So as you're kind of starting to connect with that energy and you're making the changes that you need to make, any shift, any change that is major, things that have been a foundation of our life, are challenging to let those go, because we're used to those habits, we're used to those patterns. So as you're making this tough shift, know that you are supported. You're supported by your guides, and their message here is, when it seems like things are tough, when it seems like you don't understand what's going on, or you feel like you don't have any clarity, or there's confusion, find ways to laugh. Because it's going to be very supportive in your healing process. That could be, connecting with your friends as support. That's part of self-care too, like surrounding yourself with beautiful and loving friends that support you, that want to see you grow and step into the best authentic version of yourself. This could be also this could also be, watching a funny movie, um, anything that makes you laugh. This could be dancing around your house and being silly, but I feel like keeping the energy of laughter around you is going to be extremely healing and help you get through this period of time. So those are the messages that I have for you guys for January. Overall, it's just listen to your heart. Listen to your heart and where it's guiding you, even if where it feels like your heart is guiding you is creating stress within yourself because it's unfamiliar territory. Trust that your heart is going to lead you into the highest space, the highest healing for yourself at this time. So, hopefully, that resonated with you guys. And of course, make sure that you hit subscribe and click the notification bell so you know when we post new videos. And I also want to let you guys know, if you are someone that lives in the Philadelphia area, the Delaware or South Jersey area, I'm going to be traveling from January 4th to January 8th. So I'm going to be doing personal readings, also doing in-home clearing and cleansing and crystal feng shui. So if you would like a personal reading, any energy work done in your home, crystal feng shui pairs up very well with the energy healing in your home. Basically, you receive a consultation of what crystals to place in different areas of your home to enhance the energy for your home and your healing process. This could be bringing more abundance and prosperity in your home. It's a good thing to do in conjunction with the home clearing and cleansing as well. So that will be available. I'll be offering all types of readings, personal readings, twin flame readings. Also, if you're someone that resonates with crystals, I'll be doing some crystal readings to help you with your growth process and self-mastery. And then it also gives you more intel and insight to what crystals to work with that are in resonance with you during your growth period and your there was another word I was going to say, but it wouldn't come out, but your growth period for this time. So if you're someone that lives in that area and you would like to book an appointment with me, I'm only going to be there for 4 days. So make sure you email me. It's intheroughcrystals@gmail.com. And of course, you can always follow me on Instagram. I'm listed as Embodying Light. So hopefully you guys have a beautiful, beautiful January. And all of my information, of course, will be in the description below. So thank you so much, guys, for joining. And I will see you in February. Many blessings. And let's close out your reading just sending you guys most beautiful, beautiful heart awakening energy for your highest and best good, for your self-mastery and connecting with your path and your mission here at this time. Thank you guys for joining, and I'll see you in February.